it's a very messy and organic process as far as we're concerned. I think, it's Chris will have a verse and a chorus, or maybe just a verse. David will have a chorus and a verse, but it needs a bridge. Jeff will have a whole song, and it's the one that everybody wants to play the most whenever we do songs. That kind of thing. It's really crazy. It was an interesting experience getting to write with everybody, because I've never written in a group setting before. I don't know that anybody has, honestly.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was,
It was tough, but it was rewarding. It was. It was, I think. I think, we would have an idea, and it took all of us putting what we thought that idea was together before it became a song.
I was really worried when we said, let's write together, I've written all my life just by myself, and so that idea of getting together with people to write, that was kind of worrisome to me, and it really worked out. It worked out great. When we came in and we were worthy together, that kind of just answered every question that I had about writing together.
I think part of the perspective changed too, right? So I came in with Alive as an example. I came in, here's this verse, and through this group writing process, we said, you know what? Actually, this would work better as a bridge. And so, I'm at that point going, I don't know. And then now I hear it, and I can't hear it as anything but a bridge. And I go, that was definitely the right call.
Yep. For me, at least, I've tried to write music for years, and I've never really been very successful at it. Lyrically speaking, I write a bunch of bits and pieces of music, but not lyrics. And to see, Jeff and Chris and David, come in with these bits of songs, sometimes a whole song that's missing a bridge, or, they've got a verse and a chorus. And just to see the way, the Holy Spirit brought us all together in that moment and brought inspiration. Michael comes up with this perfect little pre-chorus tagline. Mm-hmm. Jeff comes up with this amazing little bridge segment, that really just brings the whole thing together. And the humility to see the guys, because I've written a few songs, and whenever someone tells me, man, you should change that verse, I'm like, no.
Call my baby ugly?
Yeah. Yeah, really. It's that kind of thing. But it was a lesson for me to see the humility of the rest of the guys when they bring this thing they've worked on, and they just lay it out there and say, here's what it is. Let's make it something. And when it changes perspective completely, when it shifts from, what was this song being sung by this person, and all of a sudden it changes styles and now it's being sung by somebody else, it was just really awesome to see that happen within the group, and that there was nothing going on with everybody about it. There wasn't any ego or...
Well, and it even got better as it went on, because I remember we were all a little timid with that at the beginning, but I can remember we pretty much had a record's worth of songs, and we took a spring break. And we were away, and I can remember coming back, and while I was off on spring break, I put lyrics together for Come Home. But I didn't have any music. And what I knew coming back into this group was, somebody will have some music for this, because I don't have it. And it took Ben about 5 seconds, and he's like, oh, I hear it.
That was one great thing about some of the songs I wrote. It was like, I'm not really sure how we're going to finish this thing off, but one of these guys is going to have the answer for me. So that was, it got to that point in the writing process where we knew the Lord was moving, and that something was going to happen. Something was going to come out of that night or that session of writing.
And the crazy expectation, and it became the expectation. We show up and okay, we're going to try and write some songs. And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to spend a couple nights and we'll get one done after 2 or 3 nights of work. Bang out one the first night. The next night, it's another one. The third night, we did 2. And then it got to the point, the last couple nights we were working, we were finishing up 2 or 3 songs at a time, as we're working. Who does that?
Yeah.